Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the first episode of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. So, this is one I've been looking forward to for quite a while, ever since I saw the PV, which is kind of all we really have to go on for this anime because the MyAnimeLIst synopsis just says based on a mobile game. But that PV though, the PV got me interested, and I am very much am interested in it. So, pretty much an anime about racehorse girls racing. I guess, and it should be amazing, so let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Am I looking at hieroglyphics? And to be cute, yes. Okay. Wasn't expecting exposition starting out. But they run, that's what we got. It's a simple life for a racehorse girl, but it's a good life. Fuchu Tokyo. I really am curious about this anime. Very cute tale. I'm a big city horse girl now. Mommy, there's a horse over there. Can I pet it? Can I take her home? Yeah, everyone's staring. I don't blame them. I would be as well. Is that obvious? Is that where all the horse girls go? Is it? A chosen horse girl. But I know I'm cute. I'm tempted just to call them Uma Musumes instead of horse girls, just because that's the title, but... Yeah, that's a name. Or an event name. I don't know. Don't your tail's gonna... Okay. I thought for sure it was gonna actually get stuck in there. I guess she's our main horse? Yeah, she's our main horse, alright. Yeah, he's asking if he can touch you, which I would ask a similar question. You can probably guess. Yeah, the perverts that wear the police uniforms are the worst kind. Oh, he's just trying to help her. Okay. Yeah, that's not quite how that works. I know there are some that you, like, use something similar, but... Not with, like, a paper ticket. But clearly not a big city horse girl. Yeah, she's fast. They run. Well, now that you ask, Special Week would love to. Of course, they have a very advanced phone. I love how much she moves her tail. I'm sorry, I thought you were a pervert earlier. Yes, I'd be surprised if she didn't. I'll race you. Gate of Dreams. Probably not referring to the gate that she difficulty passing earlier. That is a really cool statue. So far, I've only seen one racehorse special week. I look forward to meeting new ones. Twinkle series. She's just a bundle of energy, isn't she? Which is fitting for a horse, I suppose. Oh no, that is a big waste of food. But yeah, she saw the racetrack, so... Truly is a brilliant idea for an anime. I'm glad this is a thing that exists now. I do quite like her character design. I mean, it's probably based off of a specific species of horse, but... Silent Suzuka. Is she like the aloof character? Yeah, I bet. Why don't you throw it off if we're just gonna pick it back up? I can understand wanting to admire a fine horse girl, but should probably ask first. You really shouldn't surprise a horse from behind them, but yeah, that's how that happens. A kick from a horse is not something you always survive. I guess he does this a lot. Are you legal, horse? He really is. This is a true pervert. Not a pervert, all I did was fondle you without permission. In public. You know, as you do. But yeah, I'm sure that character will be somewhat important, I kinda got that impression. They will all be #1 in my heart. I feel like they should have at least one horse girl as an announcer there. Let's see how Silent Suzuka can do. A girl, a few words. If Silent Suzuka is silent, does that mean Special Week is special? You again. But yes, it's her first time. Pretty much. Of course. She's adorable. To be the cutest, of course. Of course, the only one whose name we really got. I bet you want to fondle her legs as well, don't you? Everybody else shows up. It's a fast pace. You can even see the wind. Well. How dare she? I don't know, it seems like she might... Well, I'm sure she'll slow down somewhat before the end, but it's a matter of if it's enough for them to pass. And that's the moment they fell in love. I'm waiting for hearts to appear in the eyes. I'm probably not gonna get that, though. Suzuka may be silent, but the audience is not. Yes, only special ones, and he's doing it again, isn't he? He's just admiring your horse legs, don't jump to conclusions. Yeah, don't leave yet. Did we just go idle concert mode? I think we're going idle concert mode. I mean, of course, how else would you celebrate a horse race? Now to think about it, something that might have been in the PV, it's been a while since I watched the PV, I just know it got me excited. But yeah, Horse Girl Idol concert, why not? I'm so glad I came to the big city. She really is. Definitely out of material. I bet you won't. It's been an eventful day. Some of you had to be, perhaps. I think this is more important. In fact, I know it is. What am I saying, think? Please let me in. I'm special. I should be allowed to be late. That's such a silly name. Yeah, I'm not suspicious at all. And I assume Silent Suzuka goes to the same school. Or probably the same class. Possibly next to each other in class, we'll see. Just a bit, but apparently they let you in. I forgot to read that. They have a nap room. This... Wow. They clearly want the Brony fanbase. Who probably already gonna be watching. A lot of them are probably gonna be watching this show. Since there already are a lot of overlap between bronies and anime fans. You're gonna fall, aren't you? I told you I was special, guys. Aw, she's nice. Is that obvious? Haru Urara. Seiyan Sky. Hi. I can tell because of the way you say days. Ah, cool. Yes, but don't be rude. Some of these names are gonna be tricky to remember. I'll probably remember Grass Wonder, though. Interesting nickname for her. I guess it's better than calling her weak, because, you know. Vodkas. Uma Musume. G2, G1. Makes sense. Take notes. Well, that was a quick class session. Now to the important stuff. Think you have enough rice there? Very different hair color there. Huh. Definitely would need a trainer, yeah, like Silent Suzuka had. Of course you do. You fell in love after all. Well, no is a strong word. I saw her, I know of her existence. Run like the wind. Huh, well that works out. What's with the mask? I like how she's just kind of in the background. Just don't kick each other. You were the only one who calls her that. We finally had a Tsukomi character. That's right, girls. Stretching's very important. For several reasons. I'm sure it's not just wishful thinking. Does she? I mean, I guess I kind of. That name's never gonna not be funny. I mean, it's probably a name based off a real racehorse. I don't know. Or is in Sky? I can't remember as many names. Wait, that's an Amazon? But yeah, I'll eventually remember the important ones. uh, did you sound any more like a typical anime character? Yeah, that's the appropriate response. It's like when somebody says, "I'm gonna be Hokage, I'm gonna be the Wizard King, I'm gonna be the King of the Pirates," you know, just all you can really do is kind of chuckle at them. Well, you don't need that much room, you run forward out of it. I do love how much they just animate the tails wagging. I do appreciate that sort of thing. A fantastic English. That's your cue to run. Apparently she's not as fast as she looked. It's an adorable run, though. Not very efficient, but adorable. That's something. Doing better than someone. That's Silent Suzuka, right? I haven't seen her a lot, so... Oh my god, she's looking at me! How can I be expected to concentrate on the race when she's looking right at me? Or maybe it'll give her a boost of energy. Never mind. You think you just dropped your lollipop. I guess that's the power of love for you. Get wrecked. I'm coming for you. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for them. Neck and neck. Photo finish. You signed up for it, now do it. I think she's a little bit ahead. A little bit hard to tell because of the perspective of the shot, but it's close either way. Well, I'm a big girl now, Mom. That should get her noticed. Oh. They weren't doing that for her. That was pretty good. Made it seem like she won. But really all she did is like pass that one person. That's good. She was honestly better than I expected, really. But still, she did well, so... You might want to work on your running technique a bit. That heavy breathing as she's not even running all that fast. Despite being a racehorse. I'm sure you will. Someone will probably talk to you and say, "Hey, you can join the team now." Getting kimono friends flashbacks. And right into that chest. There we go. um... That's a good point. I was actually about to make some comment about welcome to the big city. I was kind of waiting for an opportunity, though. That was really unexpected. Why did you kidnap me? How much of a pervert can you be? Finally into kidnapping. Oh yeah, it's a misunderstanding. Well, yeah, it was obvious he was a trainer. Is that Gold Ship? It's an amazing name. Okay, so I was wrong. Just gotta join a different team. I'm gonna polish you up good. That's the look of, I don't know about this. But she is there. Interesting. Oh, really? That team doesn't understand me. She did say that at least a couple times. I do just love it, just an honor guard she is. I want to be an idol, so elaborate. Oh, I assure you, many people will have very special dreams in regards to you. No need to worry about that. I may be one of them. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good situation for her. There's no arguing that. Yeah, they did kind of laugh at her when she said that. Interesting, like, nose blush there. But yes, first episode we have a very obvious ship between the two of them. Special Week. I am never gonna forget that name. uh, and please don't kick me anymore. Next week will be Special Week's debut. Cool transition there. Like the eye patch. ED? Well. Wait, we didn't even get an OP, did we? Oh, sometimes they have the opening at the end of the first episode, so either way, I'll just shut up and watch this. Because it's an idol performance and I'm watching it. It feels more like an opening, though. Like, I'm almost sure it is. Run, run. Use those legs. Hi, I swear I'm not sleeping. Don't fight, you two. You're in the middle of running. I know where they're looking. Man, her love for her is very obvious. All we have to do is get Suzuka to be on board with it. That's kind of funny. A lot of anime openings have, like, random running in it for no apparent reason, but it makes sense for this show. So that was the first episode of Uma Musume Pretty Derby, and this was a fantastic first episode. Like, I had high hopes for this show, and not only did it not disappoint, I think it may have actually passed my expectations. So, yeah, we started off with the premise of a country bumpkin, our main character's special week, going to the big city to live out her life of becoming the best racehorse in Japan, pretty much. Which obviously that's very much cliche, but she's aside from that, that's probably the only thing I dislike about her character is that very basic motivation. But I do love her. Her character design is cute, very cute. She just has a very likable personality. I just enjoy her on screen. She's very energetic, very bubbly, but she still does sometimes have like less than happy expressions on her face. Like when she saw that one uh billboard, well not billboard, but the one poster thing of the Spica team. She had this kind of look of slight disgust and pity on her face, so that was good. So she does have a variety of facial expressions, and she's just a very fun character in general. But yeah, a lot of the beginning stuff was kind of country bumpkin. Suddenly goes to the big city, doesn't know what's what, shenanigans, and we had a lot of that, which were fun and adorable to watch. Her just talking about all those things her mother warned her about, like perverts, which she thought the one guy was when he was saying something about touching, but no, he was just trying to help her get to the gate, which she was having difficulty with. So she was on her way to the school. However, she got a bit sidetracked with the racetrack and getting to watch a race firsthand, where she first saw Silent Suzuka, who just owned it. I mean, yeah, she was great. Definitely, I can see why she's one of the more popular race horses. But I did like that scene, that whole race thing, because we established a lot in that general scene. We established that Suzuka is having some issues with her team because you had the trainer complaining about Suzuka's not listening to what I told her, which was addressed later in the episode by them saying that her team doesn't understand her. So I'm glad that was seeded earlier before we actually got the switch. And obviously we're introduced to the one trainer who was with Team Spica, which is going to be later, was the team she's going to join later. And he shows up and just starts, checking out Special Week's legs because he's a trainer. He wants to see how she would suit his team. I think that's most likely what that was about. Just seeing a horse he's not familiar with and wanting to know a bit more about her. The problem is, you really don't want to come behind a horse suddenly and start grabbing it. That's a good way to get kicked. And I do like that little touch how she did attack him in a way a horse would attack somebody. That was a very nice touch. And she does call him a pervert because that's really the only real conclusion you can come to in that scenario, because she's not going to just guess he's a trainer from that. And even if he was, that is still a little bit perverted to do without asking permission or anything. But anyway, yeah, she watches the race, gets captivated by Suzuka, most likely falls in love with Suzuka. And after she wins, we actually get a brief little idol performance because why not? So that was really nice. But it was around this time where we had Special Week remember, crap, I had somewhere to be, so she was late. She had to bang on the door, let them know that she wasn't a suspicious horse girl, and was eventually let in. I kind of skipped over this, but the very first thing in the episode was a narration exposition session, a little over 30 seconds long. All it really told us was these characters have names based on, pretty much names based on racehorses in the real world. That's essentially what that was saying. And that they run. That's their life, they run. That's all racehorses do. They run. Like, all that probably could have been said in 10 seconds, but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of that. So yeah, she got to the school, she met plenty of other racehorses. I don't remember very many of their names. I remember Grass Wonder, I think was one of them. What else? Of course, Silent Suzuka. And Special Week is the main character. Any other names I actually remember? I think one was Golden Ship. But yeah, I'll remember the important ones over time. But pretty much she wanted to be on the same team as Suzuka, no surprises there. So we do get to see her do a race, which she became much faster upon seeing Suzuka because, power of love and all that. But she did not quite win, but I did like that fake out they did where they made it seem like she won by like barely passing someone and then like the race ending to make it seem like she won. But like, oh no, they're not cheering about her, they're cheering about the girl who actually won over there. That was great, but it's not like that was pointless or anything, because that was what got the one trainer dude / pervert's interest in her to have her join the Spica team. Which she did end up doing because you had like other girls in the team dress up like criminals and kidnap her. And I did like that Tsukomi there where they were disguised, and yet we're saying each other's names. She's like, it's kind of pointless to wear a mask if we're just gonna call each other by name. I mean, we go to the same school, I know who you are. And then I just kidnap her. Because that's the most reasonable way to go about recruiting someone, at least, in anime. And it was a nice touch that scene was right after she saw that Spica poster thing and had her most likely negative thoughts on that team upon seeing it. She was just like, yeah, I don't think I want to be involved with that team over there. And then that team over there kidnapped her and, made her join the team. And I do like, rather than have Special Week join Suzuka's team, they actually had Suzuka switch to a different, like, less popular team, and then have Special Week join that team. Because it makes more sense why a new recruit would join a bit of a lesser team. I keep calling it a lesser team. I assume it is just because that poster thing wasn't very flattering. But yeah, I assume, the team will do well, especially now that they have Suzuka and Special Week, who are both really high-quality horses. Very, very high-quality horses. And yeah, just overall, the comedy in the episode was on point. I liked all the animation on the tails. Like, they don't have to animate the tails, like, at all, if they really didn't want to. So I do like that they do animate them a decent amount, and it's always just cute. And I do hope that they continue to really push horse aspects like into these characters, similar to what Kimono Friends does, with animal traits being very similar to the friend was that animal. Like, I do hope to see horse shenanigans with these characters, like that kicking, for instance. I would like to see more of that, not just kicking specifically, but just things that would be associated with horses carrying on to these horse girls. Because otherwise it's just basically glorified cosplay, animal girls. So I do hope they put in a little bit more of that. Especially when they are definitely making these, like, they're racehorses. So they really are trying to make them similar to horses to a degree. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling on that at this point. I guess all I really have left to say is that I do quite like the school uniforms. And I love the episode, and I wait for the next one. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.